FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com. They know it.
What's crack?
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
Tools in the box, haters wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. I'm fly in the beam, money is a reason. No reason about those games. Tools in the box, the haters wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. Pure white, Peruvian, take flight, ride the wind, long nights, getting it in. Is this the life of a hooligan?
Yo, what's good? What's good? This is your boy Ill back out like a crack addict in the trap active. What we got on the screen? Who's next on the chopping block? We got Baby Shooter. Baby Shooter 5'3" out of Avalon. Some content that came across on YouTube where it seems that he was in a bit of distress or whatnot. He was in the county and he looked like they were roughing him up. It sounded like they was roughing him up. It even sounded like they was poking him. I mean, he was pleading for his life. You know, he said they trying to off him up in this piece, and you know, he's made to apologize for the remarks that he had sent towards T Grizzly. You know, he said T Grizzly snitched on him. It was even a wager put up, and nothing produced that showed T Grizzly being a rat, a snitch, or what have you. The dude Dogface got involved, even put some money up as well with it. Then you had Whack 100, who was rolling with Baby Shooter, and this dude just turned out to be a fraud, at least in what he had presented to the people. He was caught up in of him being an alleged member of breaking in, entering T Grizzly's home, taking some valuables, you know, ranges into the thousands, you know, took some jewelry, money, all this type of shit that was taken. And this guy, a video came out where he's explaining to T Grizzly that no, it wasn't him. That wasn't me. He started mentioning names from those from prominent neighborhoods, communities around the LA area. It just seemed real shady, real crazy. And when you hear about it, well, we're going to go through this and get up to the content where it just came out that it looked like he was made to apologize for the shenanigans and accusing T Grizzly as being a rat. But we about to get into this, man. We gonna go and give y'all a little information, background on your boy Baby Shooter out of the notorious Avalon. You know what I'm saying? Avalon Gangsta Crips, man. Salute to them. You know, salute to that community. But we about to get into this.
Life, nigga, already. Feel me? What you doing your life for? Man, kidnap, armed robbery, that type of shit, bro.
T Grizzly, his house in LA was burglarized and nearly $1 million in jewelry and cash was stolen. So they smashed the window, got entrance into his house, and according to the police report, nobody was home at the time of the break-in. There is an open investigation.
Homie called me like, said money on my head and all this and all that. We got your mama address. They took me my mama address. Bam.
In today's video, we're going to be speaking about Shooter from the 5 Trey Avalon Gangsters. We're going to break down his court cases, and we're also going to cover how T Grizzly would blame him for burglarizing his home. But let's dive into it. And for those that don't know who Shooter is, he would be a rapper from Los Angeles. And like we said, he's from the 5 Trey Avalon Gangsters. And he's previously made appearances on podcasts like No Jumper and Back on Fig. And as you heard Shooter say in the beginning, he would spend a majority of his childhood incarcerated from the age of 15 to 22. He was arrested for armed robbery and a kidnapping, and they gave him juvenile life. And like we said, after doing 7 years, he would be released at the age of 22. And just a few months after being released after doing them 7 years, he would be arrested again. Him and 2 others were arrested on August 7th of 2018, and they were all 3 charged with 1 count of burglary. Alleged that on the day of August 7th of 2018, at around 10:30 in the morning, police were conducting an investigation for a burglary that happened. And while they were canvassing the area, they would see a vehicle with 3 passengers in it. And that's when they would pull over the vehicle and they would search it. And while officers were searching the vehicle, officers that were back at the scene of the crime would find evidence at the home that would link the 3 passengers to the burglary. And like we said, Shooter and 2 others would be charged with the crime. They would then all have to sit in the county jail and fight this case. But after 5 months, Shooter would take a plea deal on the burglary on January 16th of 2019. And on that same exact day, they would give him 2 years in state prison. And don't forget that he was only free for a couple months after doing 7 years. So they just gave him another 2 years after that. He was then released in the beginning of 2021, where he would stay out of trouble for a year and some change. But on October 24th of 2022, they would file a new case against Shooter. But as you can see at the bottom, the case type would be a misdemeanor. And he was arrested for brandishing a fake gun and assault on a person. And as you can see to the right, the offense date would be August 11th of 2022. But after sitting in the county jail for 1 month, on November 22nd of 2022, they would let him be released on his own recognizance. But just 2 months after being released, he would be arrested again on January 10th of 2023. And this time he was arrested for 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm, 1 count of carrying a loaded firearm in public, and 1 count of carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle. And 2 months after being arrested, he would bail out for $95,000 on March 15th of 2023. And 2 days before they granted the bail, they would allow him to be released on his own recognizance on the misdemeanor case. So now at this point, he was fighting 2 separate cases. One case was felon in possession of a firearm, and the other case, which was a misdemeanor, was assault on a person and brandishing a fake gun. But just 3 weeks after bailing out, Shooter would be arrested again on April 1st of 2023. And he was arrested again for having another gun. So they would charge him with felon in possession of a firearm, and the other count would be...
Man, this guy can't stay out of trouble. Constantly getting picked up. You know the cops know your face. You know, you don't get caught with the burner. I mean, I know you would rather be caught with it than without it, but keep getting these gun cases, homie.
willfully discharging a firearm in a negligent manner. He would then have to sit in the county jail for about 7 months fighting this case, but on November 27th of 2023, he would bail out for $170,000. And they would also allow the bail from the other case to stand. So at this point, he was out on a $265,000 worth of bail, and he was fighting 3 separate cases. 1 misdemeanor, which was the assault and brandishing a fake gun. The second case was a gun case, and then the third case was another gun case and a shooting. And 2 months after bailing out, Shooter would have his first gun case dismissed. And they would dismiss both counts on January 30th of 2024. So now at this point, he's fighting 2 cases. One, which was the misdemeanor, and then the second case was the gun case and the shooting. But just 1 month after having that case dismissed, Shooter would be arrested again on February 16th of 2024. They would charge him with 1 count of premeditated attempted murder, but as you can see, it would have 3 enhancements on it. And the second count would be first-degree home invasion. And as you can see, that would also have enhancements on it. But if you look to the right, the offense date was November 18th of 2022, which was a whole 2 years before he was even arrested. They would then revoke his $170,000 bail, and he would have to sit in the county jail fighting 2 cases.
This nigga constantly getting in trouble. Now he caught up in a alleged attempted unaliving. Man, he out here trooping, wilding. Baby Shooter.
The first case, which was a gun case and a shooting, and then this case, which was an attempted murder and a home invasion. And he's still currently fighting both of these cases. And as of recently, Shooter would go viral because he would drop the paperwork of T Grizzley telling on him. But before we break down the paperwork, let's dive into the situation. T Grizzley's house was burglarized on September 17th, 2022, where they would make out with $1 million worth of jewelry and cash. And according to the paperwork...
Fuck thousands, millions. 1 million in cash they made out. That's inside. There has to be somebody that knew T Grizzley and knew that he was not going to be there and knew where to hit to get that millions.
Work that Shooter posted on September 28th of 2022, which would be a week after the burglary, detectives would meet up with T Grizzley. They would say that the thieves made off with $1 million in cash, jewelry, and multiple expensive handbags. But the day of the burglary, nobody happened to be at T Grizzley's house because that would be the day of his wedding. Detectives then gave T Grizzley a photo lineup of 6 individuals. He would then pick out Shooter from the photo lineup and say that he recognized them as one of the people that probably entered his home. And according to the paperwork, T Grizzley showed detectives a photo of the thieves inside of his house.
Damn, T Grizzley, you pointed him out? Damn, you hear what he said? He said he pointed him out. And that could be one of the guys that came in my crib.
The photo lineup of 6 individuals. He would then pick out Shooter from the photo lineup and say that he recognized them as one of the people.
He said he picked him out and said he recognized him.
People that probably entered his home. And according to the paperwork, T Grizzley showed detectives a photo of the thieves inside of his house, and one of them happened to be wearing a black and white hoodie. And again, according to this paperwork, T Grizzley would show detectives a photo of Shooter's Instagram of him wearing the same exact sweater. Detectives would then show T Grizzley.
Nasty work. Nasty work, yes. So he did point him out, y'all. He pointed him out. What do y'all think? Is T Grizzley a snitch? A rat? He pointed him out. These guys came in my crib, stole over $1 million in jewelry and money and shit like that. And yeah, I pointed his ass out. And here's a video of the burglars right there. And he had the same jacket on, sweater. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah.
See a photo of Shooter talking to 2 other people on FaceTime. And that's when T Grizzley would tell detectives that in that FaceTime call, he got Shooter to admit his role in the burglary. And this right here would be the FaceTime that they're talking about.
You hear this from me, bro. You didn't hear this from me, all right? Like 4 or 5 hit it on that shit beside the other nigga, beside the nigga that I sent y'all that put the whole bed together, that fuck with them. All right, it's Nick. It's my cousin from schoolyard, bro. Boom.
Schoolyard.
Mexican from Great.
Mexican from Great.
They all get money.
2 niggas from Hoover. My cousin from Schoolyard, Mexican from Great, And two homies from Hoover. Damn. So they both snitching. Both of them niggas.
Together, they all around, kicking around, you feel me? Boom. Them niggas that's pressed.
Telling about their everyday occurrence, what they be doing.
Play on them, feel me? Yeah. Now, they drill her, they want to fuck with her. They see on the face, they see the face. They're like, oh, is that we?
And the crazy part is that nobody's been arrested for the burglary of T Grizzly yet, including Shooter. Because like we said, as of right now, Shooter would be in jail for 2 separate cases. One gun case and shooting, and then the second case would be an attempted murder and a first-degree home invasion. But like we said, as you can see to the right, the offense date of the home invasion would be November 18th of 2022. And T Grizzly's home was robbed on September 17th of 2022, which would be 2 months apart. And I'm not a lawyer, so according to Google, Los Angeles County has 3 years to file a felony residential burglary case. And like we said, this happened on September 17th of 2022. And so far, no charge has been filed. So technically, if this is true, the statute of limitations is up.
Ooh, we're going to stop it right there. We're going to get back with some more content, man. This is crazy. What do y'all think? They have not charged nobody for the burglary yet. But Baby Shooter put out that T Grizzly told the police it was him. I asked the question, how y'all look at this? To me, I feel both of them are in the wrong. Both of them dudes is talking. Now, we're going to get to this content where he's getting tortured allegedly by the ROLLIN40s in the LA County jail and apologize to T Grizzly. This is crazy, nasty work. Y'all just, man, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah. We got some more content to give y'all on Baby Shooter. It says Baby Shooter getting tortured by the ROLLIN40 Crips in LA County jail and apologizes to T Grizzly. Let's get to that content. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.
What's the word with the politickers? This shit getting wilder by the second.
This is crazy.
Baby Shooter from Avalon called in. Whether
Yo, shout out to Political Street Views. This is crazy. It's all over the internet. See, man, niggas be trying to play tough gangsters. And this look like Baby Shooter got yanked on. ROLLIN40s send message.
was willingly or unwillingly, but the message was received on both ends. You've got mail. T Grizzly sent one of the hottest kites in LA County since the OJ case. It probably says something like, if anybody sees Shooter on Joy Road or Sepulveda, I got a big bag on his head. Apply pressure. From the sounds of his phone call, the ROLLIN40s did just that. 4.0 to be exact. He put his name all over this, so he ain't stunting nothing clearly. If Cud had spit that apology out in a timely manner, it was going to be Def Jam Vendetta Fight for LA edition. I'm pretty sure they have bomb crusher on Cud. Speak up on AFC, Cud.
Say sorry.
They made this nigga say sorry is nasty work. They made the gangster say sorry is nasty work. That's nasty work, bro.
S-Ball had a few words for him, too.
Damn, bro, it sounds bad. That sounds so bad. Like, that sound worse. It just sound real bad. It sound like they, stick yourself, Tony. Stick yourself, Tony. Like, they stick this nigga, bro. Like, nigga, say sorry, nigga. Say sorry, nigga. I'm dead homies. Poking that nigga. Man, I don't condone none of this shit. Allegedly, that's what's happening. They say they ran his ass out into PC, y'all. So they're trying to kill him up in there. Yeah.
Oh, come here, bro. Bro, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. Hey, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. I didn't do none of that shit, bro. You're not going to get nobody. I ain't going to get nobody. None of them. Everybody clear.
I get on here and I see.
What the fuck is going on? God damn. That's some nasty work, bro. You so-called tough guys, you see what goes down? I heard he was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to take no fades. I'm a celebrity. I'm a rapper. I'm trying to do my rapping thing. Like, nigga, fuck that. You popping it on IG, talking all that gangster shit, nigga. Get up here and do these fades, nigga. Get to the fades. It's crazy.
The dude Shooter from Avalon going back and forth with T Grizzly, which is understandable. Go back and forth with bro. If he told on you, do your thing. But when you portraying this role and image like you just that man and you not, and it ain't really like that, I'm gonna be the one to give it to him on hood. Shooter. How is it that you feel comfortable as a man to still be a Don Moore that you are? You can still sit at a red rack because you didn't go back over there to that game. And I'm gonna put y'all up on game.
This is crazy. See, we didn't know about none of this he about to indulge in right now. We didn't know none of at least I didn't know about. This is all ill reviews and reactions. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. What's up, folks? Listen, it's the West Sector. This is what goes down. Current events, open topics, drama, news, and hip-hop. That's what we do. That's what we stick to. Now we got Baby Shooter in the county. They was yanking on him, making him say apologize. Making him apologize to T Grizzly for, I guess, for calling him a rat, snitch, and all that. Now you saw or heard on Respectable Rants where in the paperwork it said that he did point him out. He did point the picture out, said that guy right there, and directed him to the IG. So I don't know what to say in this. Is he getting dirty politicked on? Is the fact that he was standing up and the fact that T Grizzly name is who it is, and it's like, nah, nigga, he dropping a bag on anybody that get at this nigga, and we ain't caring about none of that other shit. Then you got Whack 100. People that hang around this dude, Whack 100, they always seem to get the short end of the stick. This is the second or maybe the third time I've heard of a rapper fucking around with Whack in some type of capacity and getting crushed, beat up, jump, pollywop, all that type of shit. This man sounds like he's going through it rough up in the county, man. They said they ran this nigga to PC. This is crazy work.
You didn't get put off of that shit, man. Quinn pumped you up to do some shit that you didn't think you was ready for. You skated. Boom. 15 years later.
Damn. So he was a red rag at first, and he was supposed to be sent on a mission. He chickened out, took off from the set, never looked back. Now he's the 53rd Avalon gangster. This is crazy.
You part of the C team, right? Okay. Okay. Let these people know, man, when we was at YA, bro, where Avalon Fly Avalon started for you, man. It started at YA in the kitchen in Victoria. You let a known snitch made it Avalon. Baby Box put you on. You went 3 rounds. 3 rounds. From there,
he said Baby Box. So Baby Box is a alleged rat that put Baby Shooter on in the cooking room and in the kitchen. 3 rounds, and now he was official with the tissue. Avalon gangster. Is this what this man's saying? This is crazy.
He became this big so-called hard crib. When did this tough shit start happening for you at? And YA nigga on the hood. You was a black shirt. You wasn't with all the none of this shit, bro, that we was in there doing. You wasn't with none of the melees and the head ups, none of that shit.
None of the squabbles?
you was a black shirt, my nigga. Hood. So when you get on here trolling niggas from hood, think about it's really niggas that really know you. Don't speak on them. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say this, bro. Before a nigga wanna put your phone name in their mouth, dead homies, nigga, I'm gonna dig it up and I know facts about you niggas. Leave my name, anything that have to do with me out your mouth. All I'm saying, Shooter, is look at yourself first. Evaluate yourself before you get depressed in your mind. Go get put off that shit over there. Go get put off Peblos. Before you get on here and start making it seem like you this and that. You got whack food.
Yo, cuz is a fucking, he was from Peblos? Oh my gosh. Ain't Peblos like one of their number one enemies? Blood enemies? That's crazy. I'm not mistaken. Well, it could be the devil. I think it's the Devil Lions, but damn, bro. Whoa. Cross the tracks. Talk about it.
it's the attitude too, fool. You got the homie 604 putting on his image, bro. Look, you ain't even that dope, but it's gonna be a part 2 of this video.
Whoa.
I just want to drop that bomb on y'all, man.
This is crazy.
He's not what he think he is, bro. He is not that.
Yo, get in the comments, man. We got Young and Hefe about to drop the spill on this baby shooter, man. It's just I'm gonna say this, man, because I don't know none of these cats, but just on the outside looking in, what he's portrayed, his, if you would say, well, your image, and he's trying to be a rapper, it just ain't looking good. You know, they got video, audio tape of you getting yanked on, apologizing to another rapper. They got you caught up in somewhat of, seems like you either snitching, dry snitch, telling on the homies, and you know, and then we can't forget that when he came to No Jumper, the first time he came to No Jumper was by way of another well-known rat, G-Face, the guy out of the Mexican Mafia want to get after. Yeah, this is crazy, man. It's just not looking good for this guy. Man. This man turned down 2 fades. 2 fades, my nigga. Hey, y'all get in the comments, let me know, man. We just keeping it real. We don't get your I like to say, don't get your panties in a bunch. We review the content, we review it, and we give our commentary. That's it.
You know, we got Young and Hefe speaking on the matter as well.
If somebody coming through the door and you feel they a sheep, or you can get over on them, that's what's gonna happen. So, you know, he came through the door, you know what I'm saying, with these big old flower earrings, and, you know, he was reportedly telling people that it was worth $6,000. So you can just, you know, imagine, you know, all the spice that's gonna buy, you know, or how good you gonna look if you get to put those in your ears. So I had learned that Shooter was here yesterday, you know what I'm saying, from one of my people. You know, they came back from visiting with Shooter and was like, hey, baby Shooter said, what's happening? He sent his. I'm like, baby Shooter from where? They like, Avalon. I'm like, oh, okay, he in here? They like, yeah. What I didn't know was that he was in the same module as me on the other side, you know what I'm saying, the original tier that I was on or whatnot. So as y'all hearing this recording, as much as y'all can hear, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't really hear it like that, but getting it play by play, from my understanding, you know, he was over there on the tier, and it looked like, you know what I'm saying, the Jack Boys, you know what I'm saying, got down on it, you feel me? 4.0, you know what I'm saying, from 40s, you know what I'm saying, put himself out there, you know what I'm saying, in this matter, you know what I'm saying, and making baby Shooter get on the phone, and basically, this wasn't even like no neighborhood gangster thing, from my understanding. So it looked like these dudes, it took it upon themselves, like they want to go viral, like they want some of that Adam 22 clout and No Jumper clout, that they decided to hop on baby Shooter because they know about the T Grizzly stuff and all this internet stuff that's going on out there. So basically, they trying to collect on a bounty. You know what I'm saying? And they hoping that T Grizzly send them some money, and or send them the
money. What do y'all think about that? Now, he said that the guy 4.0 put himself out there, and I guess as one of the guys that allegedly did that to this dude. See, I don't be knowing, and I feel like even if Ant knows, it should be a way you word it. That's just how we gotta keep it, right? But he's saying that the guy 4.0 from the ROLLIN40s put himself out there. Either they trying to cash in on an alleged bounty. We gotta think, bounty. We got Lil Durk locked up in the feds over alleged bounty hit. So we got to watch the way we speak. But this is what they're saying. I guess they're trying to get some clout up, maybe go viral or what. That ain't a good way to go viral. It's a good way to get a case. You know? This dude, if it's true, ran off to the PC and wrote it up. He got to put in a report, right? We don't know how this is going to pan out. So I'm going to say, I don't know. Allegedly. You know? But we just get back into the content.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no bounty. Didn't know it was a bounty or whatever, but...
All right.
All right, cool. You clean it up. I don't know. Now, nigga don't know. We don't know. This is all alleged fourth, third, fifth party, whatever.
So that's why they got on Shooter now. Shooter allowed these dudes to put him on the phone, and that's all you hear is voice. I didn't do nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And then at one point, you hear him saying, man, they trying to kill me. They trying to kill me and all this stuff. And in that situation, like a real vet.
You ain't supposed to say that, right?
Like, regardless of what they telling you that it's cool or whatever the case may be, you gotta still be on your 10, you know what I'm saying?
This call is being recorded.
He lurking for imminent danger. And when those dudes showed up at his cell, and he know that regardless if they was playing, because I don't know how it went, if they was playing it cool with him, rocking to sleep or whatever, but man, even if they trying to come crowd in the cell, I would have got off at the gate, you know what I'm saying, and stepped out the cell. Like, we going live on this tier. Ain't no way y'all gonna get me in the cell to where y'all think y'all can have y'all way. We going live on the tier, and it's just going up like that, and we gonna just get it into the police come. Now, Dirty Shooter, as y'all hear him saying that they trying to kill him, is basically reporting that, you know, weapons was pulled on him or whatever the case may be. But this is not the streets, you know, and those wasn't guns. But, you know, some people feel like that, you know, a knife can do more damage or whatever the case may be. But in this situation, you know what I'm saying, like, God is like stand on business, man. And, you know, he just to stand on business. And
I know the police and the DA was listening to this call like the Iceman album. They was jamming like Phoenix Black's a new joint. And I can't sleep through the night. We got him, guys. Got him right where we want him. Mr. 4.0 ROLLIN40s, you did the unthinkable, but we love it.
That's like what I'm saying. Man, y'all go check that out for yourselves. Then go to Young Hefe page, go to Political Street Views. I think this is on channel. It says Channel Black's channel. You know, I'm quite sure the original content is on IG. But go for yourself. Go check it out. What do y'all think? It's a lot of dry snitching, telling, a lot of just no good ass politics going on, it seems, and niggas is being exposed. What do y'all think, man? Get in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time on the next It Reviews and Reactions. We out from the trap. We gone. Peace.
I threw my soul on this motherfucking beat. I kill a nigga just to make sure that I eat. Listen to my heart, I hear my daughter with
Illustrator, and on the ones and twos we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
On your neck, it ain't no motherfucker.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
Be patient, your time gon' come. Like a rock star on the stage, I just might drum. Pull a pistol in the middle of some beef, I'm behind my gun. If it ain't the police, you can never name a time I run. Beastie nigga, I kept that dope in my socks, okay?
What's cracking?